Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Yes, happy Tuesday because it is Lastísima Muertes. Alright, so going over I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying the whole, the Cain and the Tubal Cain and the Cain bloodlines. I think it's incredible, and I think it's amazing that everybody has their witch marks and their birthmarks, and I love it. I think it's incredible. So there is a lot more to go through on Cain. So alright, we will start. It's amazing. I love this stuff. So, alright, now, another ancient text. This is the beginner. This is a continuation of yesterday's snippet. So, alright, another ancient text. This time an Armenian Adam book. So, bears a reference to Cain, the agrarian, which bears some relation to the art of magic and sorcery. Okay, quotes. And the Lord was wroth with Cain. As a handful of dust is carried away by the wind, so he scattered all his harvest of corn and destroyed all his riches, so that not even an ear of corn could be found. Alright, so obviously this is a very angry God that I do not want any part of, because it's just, no, too much hatred. So alright, here Yahweh's anger is manifest in the magical destruction of Cain's crops, but given the vast array of punishments which this particular deity was capable of meting out, plague, war, death, insects, destruction by fire, etc., it is striking that the ruination of crops, it was chosen. So to a man who is a farmer, he who is by his will coaxes green things from the earth, the magical smiting of his crops is a very personal act. So it's very vengeful. It's very awful. So it's possible what we are witnessing in the Adam book is a war of magical wills between Yahweh and Cain. So this willful aspect of Cain may also be interplotted through his aspect as Tubal Cain, the smith and the artificer in metals. So for a willful mind is not only required for the shaping and crafting of metal, it has come to be intimately associated with metal in idioms, such as iron will and stealing one's resolve. Stealing, so yeah. So the aspect of Cain as agrarian has other significance besides the simple implication of a will strong enough to force the ground. Now, in traditional craft, one stream of knowledge is wart cunning, herbcraft, or the magical knowledge of plants. So this often encompasses healing, spirit working, and highly specialized learning of the virtues of herbs. Now, in the book of Adam and Eve, we have seen that Cain was born shining and holding a blade of grass. That was one of Cain's avocations, was tilling the soil. But in the Sarna book, we find the following passage discussing the descendants of Cain and those of his brother Seth. So, after Cain had gone to the land of dark soil, and his children had multiplied therein, there was one of them whose name was Genon, son of Lamech. I don't know if I said that right. Lamech, the blind, who slew Cain. Satan also taught Genon to bring strong drink out of corn. Oh, yeah, we have a moonshine. And this Genon used to bring together companies upon companies in drink houses, and brought into their hands all manner of fruits and flowers, and they drank together, and they were happy and merry. So that's just, mind-boggling that Yahweh would be so they're petty to do. I just find it to be very petty and vengeful, like a little boy. So that is so anyways. Alright, now, witness here a legacy of herb magic thriving in the bloodline of Cain, specifically the art of zimergy, or fermentation, so to produce intoxicating alcoholic spirits. So in addition, Cain's descendant, Genon, disseminated all manners of fruits and flowers to drinking companies. This may imply anything from all the medical knowledge of diverse plants to perhaps more accurate in the context of inabration, the forbidden knowledge of the magical and visionary properties of plants. So this may be compared with the fallen angels or the watchers from the book of Enoch, to whom have previously referred, who took who took wives, each choosing for himself, whom they began to approach, and with whom they cohabitated. Yeah, teaching wives, each choosing for himself. Teaching them sorcery, incantations, and the dividing of roots and trees. Alright, so this dividing of roots and trees may in fact refer to plant propagation, a stream of horticultural cunning essential to an agrarian society. So it may also refer to the division of plants into magical correspondences and uses, a magical taxonomy, if you will. So forbidden knowledge is associated with plants in a slightly different way as well. In the first book of Adam and Eve, Cain speaks with Satan. Meanwhile, Satan came to Cain in the figure of a man of the field and said to him, "Behold, Adam and Eve have taken counsel together about the marriage of you two, and they have agreed to marry Abel's sister to you, and your sister to him. But if it was not that I love you, I would not have told you this thing. Yet if you will take my advice and obey me, I will bring to you on your wedding day beautiful robes, gold and silver in plenty, and my relations will attend you." Then Cain said with joy, "Where are your relations?" And Satan answered, "My relations are in the garden in the north, where I once meant to bring you Father Adam. But he would not accept my offer. But you, if you receive my words, and if you will come to me after your wedding, you shall rest from the misery in which you will receive my words. If you will come to me after my wedding, you shall rest from the misery in which you are, and you shall rest and be better off than your father Adam." So all of those words of Satan, Cain opened his ears and leaned towards his speech. It's very interesting. This is complex. So from the standpoint of evaluating Cain's aspect as Argarian, this passage is remarkable in two ways. First, Satan appears to Cain as a man of the field, which might imply a hunter, but is more probably a farmer or a gatherer. The appearance chosen by Satan implies that there is a form in which he is most likely to gain Cain's trust. More important, however, is Satan's reference to his relations, presumably other fallen angels who will serve Cain, who inhabit a garden in the north. We are not given the specifics of this garden other than the fact that Satan meant to take Adam there and later had refused. However, owing to the promises of wealth and attendant angels, as well as rest and improvement over the lot of Adam. So we may extrapolate by implication that this garden has extraordinary qualities. So another theme linking Cain to the powers of plants occurs in the Gnostic scriptures called the Gospel of the Egyptians. This is just amazing. I'm loving it. Alright, so I'm glad you guys love this, because I'm just enthralled. I'm just love it. So, alright, so the Gospel of the Egyptians. "And he said to the great angels, Go and let each of you reign over his world. Each one of the 12 angels went forth. The first angel is Athoth. He is one of the generations of men. Call. The second is Harmas, who is the eye of the fire. The third is Galia. The fourth is Yabel. The fifth is Adonai, who is called Sebaoth. And the sixth is Cain. So, whom the great generations of men call the sun. The seventh is Abel. The eighth, Acaricinia. The ninth, Ubel. The 10th is Harpupel. The 11th is Archer Odin. The 12th is Belias. Yeah, that's kind of like Belial there. So, these are the ones that preside over Hades and chaos. So here Cain is seen as the solar principle, which is essentially to the nourishment of plants. Wow, this is very basic but deep. It's very basic and very just, but deep. I love it. Alright, so, to my knowledge, this is an idea unique to the Gnostics, and this identification of Cain with the sun is repeated in the Gnostic Apocrypha of John with the same angels in identical sequence. Finally, it's worth mentioning, where'd I go? That Cain's aspect as exile bears some curious parallels to pre-Islamic North African god Al-Qadr, which is the green one. So, ooh, wow. So similar in many ways to Adonis and the European folklore figure of the Green Man, who eternally wanders the earth, returning to the same spot every 500 years, immortalized by the waters of immortality. He is the patron saint of Suffolk Gnosticism. So in the scriptures, Cain is exiled by Yahweh to the land of Nod, and there is some speculation that this was a symbolic land, as the Hebrew Nod means wandering. Nigel Jackson speculates that the cult of Al-Qadr may have been adopted into some European pagan traditions. So, there are many aspects of Cain relevant to traditional craft worth investigating, such as the blacksmith, first murderer of man, master of heroes, a cursed exile, child of the Gnostic serpent, and marked one. So this later aspect was studied in depth by Ruth Mellenkopf, 1981. In this essay, however, I have chosen to focus on Cain as the patron of sorcery and magic, or the witch father in traditional British witchcraft, and his mythology as Argarian or Green Lord. I love it, and that's all we have. This is an amazing. I love this. So this is by Daniel A. Schulk. The Cauldron, issue number 100, May of 2001. So from the 100th issue of the Cauldron magazine, Green Witch Father, the Argarian aspect of Cain, and his significance as patron of sorcery. So this is thecauldron.org.uk. So thank you, Daniel, for this wonderful article. It is incredible. I love it, so I'm very, very, very happy with what I see and with what I read. So, I don't know, I just think it's incredible and it's amazing, and just, the line, the bloodlines and everything, and the Romani gypsies, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So, alright, let's do a little coffee talk and see what's going on today. We are in for some snow, and I am so happy. I've never been this happy in my life. Especially because I got chapstick, finally, Carmex. I'm obsessed with Carmex. So, alright, let's see if YouTube will let me get to the comments a little bit quicker. But yeah, I think this is just amazing information, and I just love reading about it. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Yeah, I want to get this done before the snow starts, and so I don't have to deal with getting snow off the satellite dish. Let's see. Where did I go? Wow, I see all these weird things about people and their septum piercings, and they're having so much problems with them. And I'm like, oh, I have mine done, I forgot already. So, now let's see. And I love in history, this has nothing to do with traditional witchcraft, or why it might in some clans and stuff. Way back in the day, they would, put bones as a sign of an initiation or a rite of passage in their noses. So it was just, the bigger it was, the bigger the thing, the bigger the bone, the whatever your ranking and all that stuff, which is pretty incredible. I thought it was. So, alright. If it will ever let me get to my comments. Is it snowing yet? No. Off and on. It's been wonderful. I love it. Alright, Pragdom Breaker. This Cain topic is fascinating. Is it? I love it. I am just like, I don't know. It's just incredible. I am just so, I don't know. I'm pulled in. Okay. X Timer Track sub to me. Hello, before 9,000 subscribers. Can't wait for more. Also, I would love to be friends. Thank you very much. My Kristen, my sister. Hi, I love you. I have both a witch's mark and a witch's teat. And yes, the ancestors are our foundation who've paved the way for us to stand where we are today. I love you so much. The synchronicities have been incredible. Kelvin, Stefan, I like the new look of yourself. LOL. What? What look? I have reinvented myself like 300,000 times in the last 200 years. Kelvin, I love the board you're using. It must have had a good chunk of change. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah. I won't go there. I'm not going there. I don't say prices and stuff. Kelvin, I'm still trying to get mine to work. Thanks again for another awesome video, Ryan. Oh, how to use the Ouija board alone. I have so many, so many videos on here. Alright, Kelvin, thanks for answering. Is that your real hair? I really like your hair. I love that color. Thanks for answering my question, Ryan. I ain't gonna lie, you're probably the best person I know on YouTube to date. A lot better than Karen, and love the fact that you're into Ouija boarding. I like that. And you keep us up to date on anything you have to say to all of us. I appreciate it. Thank you. Wow, thank you. I'm very honest. That's all it is. I'm very honest, and I am learning to treat people as I would like to be treated. And I see how people are treated, and I don't like it, so I try to just be as good of a person as possible. So I do. So Calvin, don't respond to these people that are like, do you want to be YouTube friends and stuff like that. I think they're bots. I don't know what they are, so I would not. I wouldn't. I would just be careful. Alpha Draconian, very interesting. Oh, with the middle pillar ritual. Hell, never doing that again, ever. No. Alright, Calvin, Stefan. Every time I watch your videos, bro, it makes me want to use my Ouija board even more. And this morning, I thought it felt like the planche was starting to move. Yes. You will feel it, and you will know. It's amazing. It is amazing. I really think the Ouija is a fountain of youth. Yes. Alright, Skyly. Wow, that's an interesting name. I like that. Sullivan. I am thoroughly enjoying your videos. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you all. Kristen. Miss Lizzie. Trap Country. County. Country. Hello. Ace Hardy. Hi guys. Peggy G. Hi. Santana Phillips. Hello. Reaper Shadow. Tony Garcia. My bro Jay Phoenix. Jay Campbell. Global Village, which I love you. I love you to death. Joel. I like Joel, so I'm gonna call you Joel. Joel Roast. Shout out. Silverhawk. Shout out. Gen Z. Hi love. How are you? Alright. Tony Garcia and Leah Hall. Alright guys, thank you. Wow, that's some pretty interesting accusations about the kind comments. Thank you. I'm learning to take comments. I'm learning, so what the fuck is wrong with this ear? My ears are so weird. Anyways, yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all very much. Have a happy Tuesday. And yeah, enjoy the snow if you enjoy snow. I love it, so thank you, gods of snow. Alright guys, I love you all. All the way from Venus, all the way back down. Everybody have a good day. Stay safe. All love, good vibes to everybody. So, how do I get out of here? Alright, there we go. Alright guys, I love you all and thank you guys for watching.